And we are live. Welcome to a live market analysis. I'm the Barbarian trader, and today we'll talk about similar setup that dumped Ethereum 90% in the past, and if Ethereum is in danger of a major dump. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Hope you have a great weekend and you already took some sweet profits from all this Ethereum pump. Before we analyze the next possible Ethereum price targets, let's talk about why we might see a big dump in the future, possible up to 90% on Ethereum. Okay, so let's start with 4 days Ethereum chart. Okay, so for the moment, price got a rejection from 2020, okay, from 2020, pretty funny, right? Because we had COVID in 2020, so they pump up to 2020 and now they are dumping, okay? So first of all, we have 200 moving average just above on 4 days, okay? But before we go in price analysis, possible targets and other things, let's see why Ethereum might dump 90%, okay, in the next period. So let's see in the past what history is telling us. Okay, let me zoom out. So again, we are looking at 4 days chart, okay, Ethereum 4 days chart. So let's zoom out in the past and let's see previous bull market, okay. So what they did, they had a big dump, okay, pump, another big dump, and then we had this pump. Okay, let's talk about this pump. Okay, so let me clean this and let me show you. So practically what happened, as you can see, you have 34 moving average. Okay, keep this in mind. They broke this and they pump above. All right, let's see the first dump. The first dump was they dump about 60%, okay? And all right, let me do it like that. So 60% and the total dump before this bounce back happened about 74%. After that, guess what? They pumped, okay, 130%. All right? Okay, let's see today if we have something similar. All right, because sometimes the past is telling us the future. So let's see. Okay, as you can see, it's on bigger scale, but we had the first dump, okay, 55%. Back then it was 60%, okay, and until the current bottom, we had the dump of, let me see, 81%. Here we had 74%. And guess what, guys? Now, so check this out, the similarities. A dump, a pump, another dump, and now we are doing similar with this one, okay? So there you go. A dump, a pump, another dump, and now we have a similar pump with this one. For now, let me show you. We pumped from the bottom to the current price, we pumped 130%. Interesting, right? So 130%. Let's see what happened in the past after all this dump and dump again and the final pump before. Let's see how much they have dumped. Okay, so let's see, where is the bottom? The bottom was, yeah, the bottom was here. Okay, so let me show you guys. Look, if you are a perma bull and if you think holding your crypto for life it will make you rich, you are free to do so. Okay, if this is your strategy, but we are traders. Okay, we are looking for profits, we are not looking for dreams, for hopes, and we look at the charts. Okay, news can lie to us. Remember, always I said that charts, they will not lie to us. Okay, so there you go, 90%. So if we take this top, okay, let me do like this, let me project, and we have this bottom. we have a 90% dump. Okay, and let's see what we have here, where will put us 90% dump. So a 90%, let's say, and also will give a little more room up for Ethereum. Okay, let's say maybe next week we'll have a pump up and possible to target this diagonal resistance. Okay, and also I will show you some signals of a little worries. Okay, and some of them, they are a big worry signal. Okay, guys, as I said also last time, personally, okay, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not telling you when to open and close a trade, but I'm just presenting you my ideas and my point of view. Okay, so from my point of view, I think after a pump of 130% without any serious correction, okay, in a bear market based on the news, okay, because Bitcoin didn't pump with Ethereum, so somehow this pump was not confirmed, okay, that wow, investors, they are coming in the market and stuff. Keep in mind, guys, let me show you something very fast. Okay, so if you look at Ethereum, okay, there you go. Ethereum, after the drop, was 100 billion, somewhere here. Okay, so now it's 241 billion. Okay, so guys, they are more than $100 billion in the market. So it's like, it's crazy. Okay, they are 100,000 millions. Okay, so 100 billion. That means that even if you have 100,000 traders, they put 1 million. Let's be serious. Who is coming with this money? With this money, who, you have to ask yourself always, who have this kind of money? Number one, I think there are exchanges. Okay, so are exchanges and the big players, let's call big players. Okay, we don't know, exchanges or some super rich people, let's call them big players. Okay, the big players, okay, it is not me and you, we come with those money, 120 140 billion dollars. All right, they are the big boys and they are okay going on minus just to lure you to put more and more money to get you comfortable. Okay, so keep this in mind. All right, so after 130% and coming on this area of strong resistance, and I will show you why, I think it's time to take the profits. Okay, let it pump, because even if it will come to this, let's say it will come to this diagonal resistance. Okay, so from this point on, 10%, for 10%, the risk reward is not there anymore. It's not worth it to jump in anymore, because if you miss the train for this dump, okay, even for this correction, now it's a little too late, because risk reward is not worth it. Even it will pump to this next strong resistance area in 2500, and we'll talk about this. It's only 26%, but if it will dump even to previous low, you will lose a lot. All right, so let's continue with this. So 90%, okay, can bring us down to 200 US dollar area. I know some of you, also for me it's hard to think about it, okay, but markets show us in the past they don't care about our feelings or what we think about it, because check this out, guys, the pattern, they are so similar, you cannot ignore them. Okay, so we had, again, this is 2018, we had the pump to 1420 area, we had the first dump here. Okay, let me show you. So the first dump in this area, a pump of to 0.5 Fibonacci, probably somewhere in this area, another dump, okay, and then a pump of 130%. Let me go back to present day. Okay, so there you go. We had the dump, okay, we had the pump, another dump, And guess what? Another pump of exactly 130%. This you cannot make up, okay? And as well, you cannot ignore that, okay? So let me clean this. All right, so what happened in the past? Because past can tell us the future. Look, how we come and pump after that so much? Because we had a huge and long accumulation period, okay? Where traders, they were grinded here, okay? Because bull trap, they buy the dip, and they lose all the time, okay? Buy the dip, pump and lower lows, buy the dip, pump and lower lows, buy the dip, pump, lower lows, buy the dip, pump, okay, lower lows, okay? Again, buy the dip, pump, lower lows, buy the dip, pump, lower lows. So it was, they were butchered, okay? We need a long period of accumulation in order just to explode up. The recent pump was based on the news. Probably also here, if we look in the past, I don't remember now, but if you search for this date, like the pump start on 7th of April 2018 and end up 5th of May 2018. So it was for a few weeks, okay? If you read probably the news, there were like some very good news here, and then somehow they start to dump it afterwards. So what happened here? We have this nice merge news, okay, that now everybody's talking triple halving. It will go 3 times more, 300%, 10,000%, 5,000, 10,000. Okay, it may, because comparing with the total market cap of crypto from the past, before, on the top of the bull market and total market cap right now, okay, there is a lot of room. And you will say, okay, but now the new investors, they are coming, BlackRock, okay, they will not buy on this price. Probably they will crash the hell out of it, and then they will start to buy it. Okay, so that's why we might have 90% dump, okay? It's very possible. So now let's see what this chart is showing us, okay? So I will clean those, all right? So past, okay, the present is pretty similar with the past. So we should keep this in mind, okay? It's pretty hard to ignore. I will leave this on, and I will show you. Let's see what we have today, okay? So right now we look at the same chart, 4 days Ethereum chart, where we are positioned, okay? For the moment, the price point got a rejection from 2020 and is below and close as well of 200 moving average 4 days, okay, which is on 2062 area, okay? So I will take a price level, and I will put it here, okay, for you. Okay, so this is one. All right, let's clean this. Now, what are we seeing? Let's have a look at RSI, okay? On 4 days, if we squeeze out a little, okay, there you go. Let's do like this. What are we seeing? The RSI, okay? So on the RSI 4 days, okay, we have, just 1 second. So we have a hidden bearish divergence, okay? Let me show you. So we go on RSI, we have this stop, which is matching this stop, okay? So if we look like that, all right, the price is making lower lows, and the RSI, okay, is making higher highs. So it's telling us, hey, look, this might be something wrong. We might see a strong sell-off soon. Even so, if the RSI will continue to go up, this hidden bearish divergence will just go in a deeper angle, okay? It will lift up, let's say it will continue to go up, the price will go up maybe in this diagonal resistance, and we'll talk also about this today, like maybe 2250 area, okay? We'll see tomorrow or next week, because this is 4-day candle, so it will still have 3 days to run, and the RSI will just go upper but the same will have the same hidden bearish divergence, okay? And this red diagonal, okay, let me make it like that so it will not confuse us. So we have this hidden bearish divergence plus 200 moving average at 2065, and then we have this long and strong diagonal resistance, okay? For now, okay, if in the next days we'll see a pump, we might hit 2280, or even we can break 2300, and they might go to hunt stop losses. Sorry guys, to hunt stop losses on those highs, okay? So we have this. Let me change this. So we still have some areas to take, okay? And even if we break them, the thing is like this: even if we break them, I will not go long, because as I showed you, we have this hidden bearish divergence. Could be just a fake out. If we don't start to close above this, okay, and to see the volume, okay, the volume, okay, it's increasing, then, but not even then, I will still look for a short setup. I'm very honest with you guys, okay? I'm not a perma bear, but we are in a bear market, okay? The trend is bearish, okay? Trend is your friend until it ends, and doesn't show that it ends for the moment, okay? And I'll show you more indicators. They show us that, hey guys, careful, okay? You are stepping on a minefield from this point on. All right, so we still have to take out all those previous stops. All right, so let me see. Yes, so we have, yeah, let me show you something else. Okay, I made a list for you guys, so I'm following the list. So I will try to cover everything, and bear with me because it's very important. You know, I'm not putting just 2 lines on the screen and I'm talking 10 minutes on over a line, okay? I will show you all kind of indicators and I will explain you why. So even if you are a beginner, I'm sure you will get an idea about what I'm talking about. All right, so right now, let me show you, okay? Let's have a look at Kellner channel, okay? So, okay, as you can see, 4 days, and let me show you in the past. So this hidden bearish divergence, you understand that, okay? All right, so I will minimize this and I will delete this. So for the moment, where we are at, we're at the top of this Kellner channel, okay? So there you go. In a bull market, the bottom acts as support. So let me show you. Okay, so we are most of the time at the top of this. Okay, so there you go, on top of it, even when we dump, acts as support and continue to move up, support and continue to move up, support and continue to move up. All right, so let me clean this. In a bear market, the channel, it's acting as resistance. So let me show you. All right, there you go, resistance, and now we are testing this again, okay? And we are in confluence with 200 moving average, this red dotted diagonal resistance. So this area could turn in a big bull trap and then dump, okay? Keep this in mind. Now let's look at something else. Let's move to daily. All right, so I will move to another chart, and let's move, this is daily chart of Ethereum. All right, so let me delete this. And what we have, if we take, so first of all, I put some Fibonacci levels for you guys. So I took this top, okay, and this bottom. All right, so 0.5, we have it at 2237. So until we don't break this area and flip it in support, we cannot look for the moment for a bullish continuation, like a strong bullish continuation, okay? We might have some choppiness and some spikes up, but be careful. And we have to look at something very important, okay? First of all, we are inside of a rising wedge, but this we talked for already a few videos, okay? But if we look to money flow indicator, okay, as you can see, we have another, okay, we had another bearish divergence. So practically we have the price going up, all right? We have the price going up. And let me, okay, I'll make it, there you go, orange. But the money flow indicator is creating a bearish divergence, okay? So money, they are not coming so much in the market. We had here the pump, all right? So after the dump, as you can see, we had this nice pump up, the money there, they coming up. And guess what? Where the money, they stopped, okay? The flow stopped around 1,650, 1,700, okay, in this area. In my previous video, we talked about this, that guys, from this point on, okay, let me do actually a parallel channel so you understand what I'm talking about. And last time we talked about this, that this area, okay, let me do it like this so you can see it gray maybe, so it will not obstruct us. Okay, there you go. So on this area, okay, so practically we have entered in a very big resistance area and with a high selling pressure. Why? Because all those people who bought the dip, yeah, quote, buy the dip, they bought the dip here. Now they are going on break even, okay? They finally can have a breather. They go on zero, all right? After they were underwater, let's say that they bought here on this bounce because probably they didn't catch exactly this dip, right? So they wait for a little, okay, few days. Look, we painted this, and look how the traps are, because if you know, they can paint all kind of patterns, they can trap you. They check this out, guys. They paint this inverse hammer after a huge dump. So here you could say, oh, look, we had the inverse hammer and then we start to close green, you know, they make higher highs, and here they start to go long. So for the moment, they are still a little underwater, okay? Most of the traders who bought this, okay, who bought this pattern. So practically now they start to get on break even or close to break even, and probably many of them, they will cut their losses and say, okay, I'm down, let's see, maybe they enter somewhere here on this close. So okay, they are down 6%, 5%, okay, or they are on zero. Probably we'll see a lot of selling pressure in the next period, okay? Now, let's see what possible targets we can have. So what we should look at, all right? But before we look at that, let me show you something else. So keep in mind, money flow indicator doesn't show a strong possible bullish continuation, okay? As you can see, the flow is getting lower and lower, okay? So we have less money in the market. As you can see also, the volume is dropping, okay? But now let's look at something, the most dangerous, okay, thing for the crypto, and I'll do a separate video for this, okay? I will not keep you too long in this video. Let me show you something, guys. This is, let me switch to weekly, and this is the most scariest, okay? This is the most scariest thing for the crypto, for traditional markets, for Ethereum, for Bitcoin, for whatever you want, okay? This is weekly chart on volatility index, all right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So last week, okay, last week volatility index closed again red with a bearish candle. So on the, it was the 9th candle, okay? And if you don't have experience, let me tell you what happened. Usually after the 9th candle, doesn't matter if it's bullish trend or bearish trend, you can see there are high chances of trend reversal, all right? So what is volatility index? In the moment the volatility index is going down, all the markets, they are going up, okay? Crypto, S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, on and on, all right? In the moment volatility index is pumping, all the markets, they are going down. So let me show you in the past. Okay, so remember 9 candles. I will show you very fast and I'll talk separately in another video. Okay, let me show you what happened after 9 consecutive candles. All right, so we had here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th candle closed with an inverse hammer, okay, with a bullish pattern, and they created this Morningstar doji. So red candle, small body, and then a green candle, almost equal with the previous one. Okay, so we have to see how next week will behave, because next week we can have a very volatile week, okay, and very important week. So after that, guess what? They go sideways for a very long time. So as you can see, it was sideways for a lot of weeks. That means that we can see some sideways action if this will happen again. And of course, we had some strong pumps, but they never go too much below this level, okay? And then look here, the mother of all pumps, okay? And now, if we look here, we might have, and check this out, we have this symmetrical triangle after a big downtrend. So it is possible this to be just a fake break below, some choppiness, coming back in the range, and then the pump. But we'll talk about this in the next video. So guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you'll be up to date with my videos. Okay, so let's go back to Ethereum. On Ethereum, so you understand, we have the volatility index ready to change trend. So this could match with Ethereum, maybe hitting this, okay, having this bearish divergence, okay, with money flow index, have on 4 days hidden bearish divergence with RSI, and okay, let me show you, getting close. Let me activate now some moving averages here, and I will show you. So let's do like this. Let's put yes, okay. So we have on daily we have 200 moving average just above this diagonal resistance. So what is possible? It's possible either we test this. Let me make it like dotted so you can see better. There you go. All right, I will hide money flow indicator. So by the way, guys, for the ones you are new in the crypto, what I'm using is called TradingView. You will have a link in the description below. If you use that link, you'll get a $30 bonus. Also, you have a huge bonus of almost $4,450 when you create an account on BYBIT. Okay, one of the best exchanges for trading crypto, using my link in the description below. So open an account today, grab your bonus, and have some nice trades. All right, let's go back here. All right, so now on Ethereum on daily, for the moment, is still inside this rising wedge. So we have the top here, the top here. It is possible to come to test this again, and more than that, tomorrow we might, in the next days, we might break back above 2000. So traders, they get comfortable, say, look, we break 2000 again, and they go in a long trades. They might even break above, okay, this top of the rising wedge, but they might get stopped here or this diagonal resistance or on 200 moving average. So I will give you some price targets. Let's see. So for the moment, okay, let's see how high Ethereum can go, how low, okay, Ethereum can go. So we should look at first top of the rising wedge. I will give you like approx prices. By the way, guys, if you want to see our trades, and we had some very nice profitable trades, daily charts analysis, and you can see when we go long, when we go short, where we buy, where we sell. You can ask questions, especially if you are a beginner. You have the link in the description below, so join our VIP trading group. So price above, let's see. We should have a look at this top of rising wedge, 2029, 2030. Above this, we have this diagonal. So if we'll pump today, probably not. Let's see, tomorrow 2130, Monday 2122, somewhere here. 200 moving average, okay, it's 2260, so probably it will not move so much. And as you can see, the curvature is turning, so it's very possible to test this area, because as you can see, it's matching with 0.5 Fibonacci. So this area of resistance, if we flip it in support, we might have temporary bullish continuation. Okay, so keep an eye on 0.5 Fibonacci. I'll put also a price level here. This is the most important level we have to watch, because 2237, okay, 2230, 2240, okay. So if we break this, but you want to see a lot of confirmations that we flip it in support, okay, because we can have some fake breaks, all right, on low volume, or maybe next weekend, like you saw this weekend, you know, like again, another pump on low volume. So, all right. So above, I think those could be the possible upper targets. In case that we have a crazy pump and you say, you know what, I would like to short, but maybe I want to wait. I'm not sure if those will hold the support, and maybe the bounce will have a bounce up. We have above like 0.618 reversed, okay, Fibonacci on 2568. Let me put also price level here, and I think it will give a pretty strong rejection. And also we have this diagonal resistance that I think, in case of like a crazy pump, I think we'll start to get a rejection in this area. So long term, who knows, we can come even to 3000, okay. So they will play, and they will liquidate a lot of traders who are catching. Maybe if they will pump, they will try to catch the top to go short, and on and on and on. So that's why I said, especially if you are a beginner, you are very welcome to join our VIP trading group, where we put daily charts and daily analysis, okay, and we discuss in more details moves on lower time frames, on higher time frames, on different coins, on and on. So okay, now on the lower, how low it can go, okay. So as long now for a continuation up, I would like to see, because you see we broke this 0.618 Fibonacci, and I would like to see that this one is holding a support. So let's put a price point, and also probably it will match with the base of this rising wedge. But I have a feeling if we'll test this again, this base already act as support 1, 2, 3 times, 4th time might collapse, okay. So 1920 should hold the support, because also, as you can see, it was here, it was the top before this dump, started the next dump. So I would like to see this top holding as support, okay, this area. In the worst case scenario, probably this area, okay, should hold the support, so like practically the previous range, because the previous range top was in this area. So we don't want to see the price going below this area. Now, if this rising wedge will play, probably will not move so much lower. Maybe it will move in this area, as I said. And on daily, we have 34 moving average, right now 1571. Okay, so let's see if, let's say if this is the top, okay, always guys, you can use the Fibonacci tool, right? There you go. So for the Ethereum to remain bullish, should not go below 1513, okay? And the golden pocket right now, if this is the top, will be here, 1633. So if you want to do some longs or dollar cost average, maybe you should look for those two areas. If this is the top, and we'll start to have a correction from here, okay? In the moment we lose 1513 as support, and we flip it as resistance, and we start to visit lower areas, there is a very big chance to start to revisit these previous lows. Okay. One more thing, I want to show you another chart. Let's see this chart. Okay. So why we stopped here? Let me hide this channel. There you go. Let me hide it. And I will put it back afterwards. So practically, as you can see, also guys, if you are a beginner, learn about Fibonacci levels, okay, and extensions, because practically when we start to pump, okay, let me show you. So let me delete this, and we start to pump, okay, from here. All right, from here practically we have not made lower lows. Okay, so we take the previous low, previous top, and guess what? The extension, all right, we are in 3.61 extension, okay, which is on 1990. Okay, so they broke this maybe to lure to trigger the traders who put long position after 2000. Okay, thinking, because this is how it happens, you know, like there are some psychological levels that traders will get sucked in, you know, like it could be just a liquidity grab and then they will dump. But the next strong level, an important level, we have 4.618 Fibonacci, 2265. And as you can see on daily, it's matching with 200 moving average and with this diagonal resistance. So in case of a pump, look for, okay, those tops. So somewhere starting from, let me switch the chart because this chart is much easier for me to watch, sorry. So for a pump up, okay, look, if we break this rising wedge, all right, look for first resistance, of course, on the top of the rising wedge, 2020, 2036, 2040 area. And then, okay, let me show you. I don't think we'll pump today. Maybe tomorrow or Monday. If we pump tomorrow, the top could be 2130 and 2117. All right. Okay. Now let's have a look at the gaps. Okay, because this is very important, guys. Don't forget, Ethereum left with this pump some nasty, ugly gap below, and never forget that, because here they left the gap. So there you go. So from 1254 up to 1360, and then also we had some gaps in this area. So we might dump to do a correction from 1847 up to 1867, and then above, in case that we have a pump, okay, we have a big gap again in, let me do like this. Okay, I know, guys, it's a longer video, but I think I gave you like some good information and might be helpful for your future trades. Okay, so the gaps, we have a gap above 2550 up to 2662. Below we have 1843 up to 1867, and the big gap 1253 up to 1360. Okay, and last, let's talk about Ethereum BTC. Okay, because as you can see, let me show you something. Let's switch to daily. All right, and I see nobody's talking about this. So for the moment, we break this diagonal resistance. Okay, this diagonal local resistance. So we break this above, but we'll see how it will be next week, because it was not tested as support. So we might go back below. It was just a strong pump with no accumulation. This is my problem. When I see pumps without accumulation, those are like big question marks for me, especially pumps triggered by news. Okay, remember the pump from Xi Jinping when China will adopt crypto and this kind of stuff, we pumped, I think it was crazy, like a few $1,000s in one day. It was, and from a very low level. Okay, you can check in the past, I will not show you now. But on daily, Ethereum BTC, let me show you something. If we look at daily, all right, there you go. So we are coming to a nasty strong resistance plus we are inside of a rising wedge. So guys, take some profits. Stop listening 10,000, because this is how dumps they are happening. You know, you see the hype, you see all this excitement, and you forgot that you are a trader, you know. So here we have a rising wedge, and as you can see, we reach to the point, okay, of this diagonal resistance, like this huge diagonal resistance. So let me show again. We had this top, okay, we had this 2017 top, we have this 2021 top from December, and now, okay, we had like a straight up pump of we had a straight up pump of 67%. Okay, so be careful. We came to resistance inside of a rising wedge, and this can turn nasty, okay, because it's a pump based on the news. Okay, you don't see investors come also in Bitcoin, and then you have to question yourself, what it's easier to pump, what it's easier to create the hype, Bitcoin? No, because the market cap is still pretty high, okay, and they need a lot of money to pump Bitcoin 130%, okay. They need another 150 billion or more, all right. They need another 500 billion, my mistake. On Ethereum, they need only 120 billion. So you're a smart guy, okay? You know what I'm talking about. So we are at the resistance. We are a confluence of resistance, actually. This diagonal resistance, this huge diagonal resistance, and we might have a fake, we might have a bull trap here, and inside of a rising wedge. So this might crawl down, come to test this base of the rising wedge, and we'll see from there. Okay. All right, guys. So in conclusion, let me switch back, okay, to daily. In conclusion, past showed us a 90% dump after 130% pump in the past, and today we had exactly 128.9%, so almost 130%, even if you pump 140%, 155%, okay, in one take with no serious accumulation, okay. Money flow indicator, hidden bearish divergence, okay, bearish divergence, sorry. We have on 4 days hidden bearish divergence. Yes, volatility index on weekly is look super nasty, and we can have any week from now. Next week maybe we'll see, we'll have some choppiness, but we can start a trend. We can see a trend reversal on volatility index, and markets can start to dump again. All right, on daily Ethereum, let's see. Look for resistance today, 20,029. Tomorrow, 20,040, 43. Monday, 20,040, 44, the 54, sorry. And look for this diagonal resistance, okay? 200 moving average on daily on Ethereum, 2,260 area. So keep an eye on those levels. Keep an eye on the bottom of this rising wedge. If they will come and they will test it again, I think they will lose this support and they will start the descent. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Until next time, trade safe. Barbarian out.